Hey, how's everybody doing? So, hey, how's everybody doing today? It's not just a hobby.
This says it's live.
Good job. Refresh it.
So how do I do that?
What?
Now it's not muted. He says I need to unmute my mic. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Do I need to go get a headset?
No.
You ran.
Goodness gracious.
Stay off the table.
I'm trying. Move your table then. I don't know.
Speaker phone. You don't hear anything.
Oh my goodness. Is your volume up? I know.
Yeah. Media. Told you never done this before.
I haven't either. Start clicking buttons. I don't know.
Not either. Just from here. Oh.
You just can't hear them.
I can hear them. Oh, what's going on? Oop. Yeah. Well, hello. It's here. Use the Chrome. It's not getting on. I can't hear nothing.
I don't know what you did.
Oh,
to it.
here. Let's try this. We need to do this.
I don't know how to work your phone either.
Where's Bluetooth? Hey, now maybe it made noises.
Oh,
I heard something.
I heard people. Turn the volume up.
You hear?
There.
Now we can hear something.
Can you hear something now?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I hear somebody. I'm not sure who.
Chris, can you see Tony and I?
Yes, I can see you both. Yeah, Gail, I can hear you.
Okay, I can see you, but you're on a little bit of a time delay there.
Okay.
It's the internet.
Yeah, the internet's been a little sluggish out here today.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to back out and I'll come back, I think.
So it wasn't working, but I had my Bluetooth on. When I turned it off, things started working.
Oh my! I just got my phone. I just got my phone set up on speakerphone. Is all I've got.
Well,
Mike,
that's what
can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
I got him. I got him loud and clear, Tony.
Can you hear? Well, can you hear him, Gail? Or
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got him. I've got him loud and clear.
Can you hear me now?
you answering, Gail? You can't hear me.
Okay, so Chris,
I can hear
can you
both
not
of
hear
you. Can
Tony?
you both hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hey, can you hear? Can you hear Tony, Chris?
I can hear Tony.
Okay. He says he's good. He says he's good, Tony.
But Tony can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
All
I don't
right.
know.
Can
I don't know why I
Tony?
got muted.
Tony? Can you see Chris? Have you got Chris on your screen?
Is Chris the guy? Is Chris Pac-Man, Pac-Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Back to regular scheduled programming. We're good now.
Okay.
I got muted for some reason. I don't know why I got muted.
Well,
Yeah.
I had Bluetooth on. When I turned it off, everything started working.
All right. So, Chris, next time we won't put you on stage then if you're just going to mess everything up for us.
There you go. So, goodbye.
Boy, computers, how about it? We got to give them credit. They sure know how to mess things up.
I know, Gail. And what's bad? You want me and Chris there next weekend,
I know it. That's what's.
But I know he wants me there.
and all
Well,
three of
yeah.
us can't get along on here. So I don't know how. I don't know how bad your place is going to work.
I don't know what plan's going to work. My head's going to be spun off if it don't quit raining. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But so anyway, guys, are we back to traveling here? I guess.
Whatever you want to talk about, Gail.
Well, I started out telling you all about the rain that we've been getting over here, and this is nuts. 5 minutes we get a heavy shower downpour, and the next 10 minutes later we got sunshine, breeze blowing. It's plumb. This weather's plumb goofy today over here. But I know for a fact that if we have until, I'm looking at it like Thursday morning is going to be the deadline, Tony, that I'm going to. I'm looking at Thursday backing out if this thing doesn't work. It's one of those things. It's one of those things that I'm going to give it a big shot. But I'm not going to. I've got a load that I've got to go on Thursday, and I won't be back until Thursday before nooning. Now that's going to be too late to pull the plug for a lot of them, but it's going to tell a big tale. I know for sure. So, Chris, I know you was talking about coming early. I think we need to talk probably Wednesday before we get too deep into it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we were slated to come Wednesday. Renee's off work, so we were going to come out Wednesday and see what we can do to save it, make it work, and see what we can do to make it work. Yeah, you've got weather coming in, we've got weather coming in, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Sure.
And,
Hey, I'll be stuck in the middle. Chris, you keep the weather, and I'll try to stop it before it gets to Gail's house.
there you go. Well, actually, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we just well smile and drink a beer because I tell you what, we're not going to stop Mother Nature. That's all there is to it, for sure.
No.
But
Well, that's what me and you were talking about the other night, Gail, is somebody got her riled up this year. I mean, because it is nonstop like every other day for some reason.
The other night I was standing outside and I was waving my hands telling it to go one way and go the other way, and it worked real well. But today it hasn't worked at all. She said, no way. She said she's going to nail me right down the middle, and it come right up from the south. I couldn't have gotten it any square. So it's sad, but that's sometimes the way it works out, I guess. But
maybe you need to go get you one of them baseball tarps and get about 100 people just to roll it out across your field.
Well, but what would that? I got to do something for the pit area, though. I can't handle a lot of water out there either. That's the sad part.
A lot of us are in shape. We can just park out in the road.
I don't think I got enough road frontage to cover that whole deal. That would get interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
No, I think we're going to hold off. I think we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday's the day that I'm worried about because there's an 80% chance. So Channel 4 said this morning. Now, guys, we're talking about a weatherman here. So I want to give him a little bit of credit for being an accurate weatherman, but I don't know. Here lately, they've been forecasting all these scattered showers, and I mean scattered. You don't know who's going to get it, but it sure seems like that now I'm in the line of fire. So, but I will say this, you guys, my brother-in-law Keith Hugg lives up northwest of me, about an hour, little over an hour up at Mayetta, Kansas. He got 1.5 inches. My other buddy that lives over straight north, 10 miles west of Leavenworth, he got 1.5 inches. So when I sit here and tell you, I'm trying to do everything I can to split this wave, man. So that's all I got to say about that. So we'll move along because the weather ain't going to change on this deal for right now. So, but anyway, Tony, you got anything you want to bring up? I've got a few things wrote down here I've been playing with.
Wrote down? Boy, you getting serious this time, aren't you?
Well, doggone it, somebody said I was just rattling too much last go around, so I thought, well, I better take this a little more serious here and get down to business here.
Well, I don't know who would have told you that, but I didn't. I mean, I know you were giving me a hard time last time about my flag, and I gave up because someone else tagged me on it, so I gave up and just pulled it down because I can't figure out which way it shows on my camera.
Well, there you go. All you had to do was flip it around. But then it would have been facing
it around up on another channel, and someone else said something. So I was like, I'm just taking it down.
Oh, well, all right. Well, it's all right.
Yeah. Chris, you got anything? I don't have nothing.
Well, Tony, I just want to mention out there that to everybody that I strive on safety pretty hard because nobody wants to see an accident of any sort. So I know I saw some guys wearing shorts and no helmets and stuff over the weekend at some different pulls.
This weekend. Never mind. Scratch that comment.
I don't want to. That's not going to happen here. I want long pants because, guys, I've seen flash fires. I've seen what can happen if a fuel line hits an exhaust pipe and you end up with a flash fire real quick. Shorts ain't going to cut it. So I want to see the safety equipment at least. You know, long pants. You can wear shorts in the pits. You can wear shorts wherever you guys want. It's supposed to be in the 90s later this week. So for those of you that wear shorts, yeah, it's going to get warm. But come pull time, when you're due up, I want to see pants and I want to see closed-toed shoes and I want to see helmets. And you know that's what I want to see. And also too, I'm under the impression that we are adding a second scale this year. I've heard quite a bit about it. It's mainly for the mini trucks that I've heard about that are going to be here this weekend if things happen. So anyway, it's been talked about that the mini rods and the trucks will weigh on one set of scales and we'll weigh the garden tractors on my set of scales. And so anyway, but my scale cop, I just want to mention, you know, Dennis does a heck of a job for me and his wife, Jeannie. And I would sure like for everybody to be kind and, you know, just be polite as always. And if Dennis says that ain't gonna fly, don't argue with him. Just try to accommodate and do what they ask, you know. And another thing that's been brought up, kill switches. I believe in those kill switches. You know, I believe that the sled operator's got 100% control of that tractor, and if he don't like something, you know, I know all about high performance engines, guys. I know killing that engine doesn't do them no good when you pull the plug like that. But if there's a reason to pull it, you know, that involves somebody's whatever the safety reason might be, I fully believe that plug needs to be pulled. And that is in control. That's in control of the sled operator. Now, I used to run a sled myself for our previous club, and trust you me, I pulled that plug a few times. I got my ass chewed out for it, yeah, but I did what I felt as a sled operator. I did what I felt was right, and so those will be checked. Those, you know, I don't do a lot of because I don't have the tech people, you know, set aside. But I know Dennis and Jeannie know a lot about it, and I'll throw Chris under the table too. By golly, I'll get him involved if I have to. But I want to see those kill switches working. I want to make sure they're, you know, if that's the only thing I check, hey, you know, let's make sure they're all up on the you know, working right. And of course, everybody that's fronting alcohol, you know, you got to have a fire suit. So, you know, let's make sure that goes good. You know, I've always asked, you know, I don't have a suggestion box, but I do throw this out at the drivers meeting that, you know, I ask everybody to, you know, come up with suggestions. Well, what I see is a bunch of guys standing around at a driver's meeting that are kind of chicken to stand up and ask anything if they have a question. Now, some would probably say I used to be pretty bashful and shy too, but you know what? We're all grown men. Let's speak up. Let's ask questions. Let's resolve whatever we got to resolve, and let's have a heck of a pull. Now there again, the big word if this thing can happen. You know, I got other things on my list that I'll go over, you know, at the driver's meeting and stuff like that. But I do and would like to you know, bring up the fact that, you know, I've got some of the best people on board to be here to feed all the little kids, feed you adults. I've got enough sugar going to be here on board to that you'll need strings to hold them down from the ceiling or from taking off on you, because I got a lady bringing her trailer over here from Eudora, Main Street Scoops and Sweets, and she is a very nice lady. Met her the other day, had some of her, believe it or not, Wisconsin, creamy Wisconsin ice cream. And I tell you what, it was very, very, very good. So I got, and then I got my main lady coming out of Topeka. She runs a lemonade, home squeeze lemonade trailer, but she also is her and her mom will be, and her sister will be dinner for all of us. So we got a lot of stuff on board, and trust me, I don't want to lose this. Like I said, to reschedule all this for August, even though I'm already on the books for August, if this, you know, for the second event, you know, I don't want to have to do any of this. So we just got to wait till the last minute to pull this plug or whatever we got to do. And also too, I want to put it out there that we will be answering anybody's phone call questions. I know I had invited some guys to come down from Wisconsin with their mini rods. I haven't heard from them. I don't know if they're still coming or not. Same with the guys down by Wichita at little town of Keachai. I have put the word out there, besides our podcast, Tony, that we've been doing and everything. I have worked hard to get this out there, and I strive very hard to want to see it go. But there again, we are on a weather delay for sure.
Yeah. Hey, one thing that I do want to mention, you was talking about Wisconsin and traveling. Mr. Perry just commented, and it is I-70. What are you, about an hour from Kansas City-ish?
Well, the guys coming from the east across 70, their best bet is to get off on 470 and come south around Kansas City and hit 435 on the south side over to K10 west. That'll be their best bet. All the soccer games on over at Arrowhead Stadium, well, that's all east of 2. So, coming across 70, yeah, you've got construction, but I've been traveling that this week myself, and I haven't had any troubles. Yeah, it's a little slow going. You got to watch yourself, but you'd be all right. So that's for the guys coming that direction. Anybody coming I-29 and I-35 up from the north, those guys will be able to come right into Kansas City and sickle right on out of downtown. No hassles at all. Or they can get off on 152, come west, and come over to 435, and then come south. They'll be fine.
Okay, so probably, I guess after we jump off here tonight, we can. I know I had a little issue, but it's me. You know, God forbid the truck drivers can't read a map. But we'll get a map going, kind of. You know, one of those things, kind of where you sit, maybe like a inner Lawrence picture of where you're at, and then, you know, going east, going west, north, south, whatever. You know, how far you are from like a major city or whatever. So just to kind of help people out, you know, getting around the city with that soccer game coming on, or if they want to get a wild hair and, you know, go sightseeing, me and you know, we can back road Kansas, you know, with a trailer on. So if somebody doesn't want to deal with the city and just wants to stay on the back roads.
Oh yeah, we'll get them here. We'll get them here. We'll keep them out of the cornfields, and then we'll keep them out of everything that's coming this way, for sure.
You just got to remember that one cornfield, and when you see that one, hook a left. He's right there on the right.
Now there's a bunch. Now I got bean fields over here this year. So Chris, what a little bit about your adventure this weekend down at Bell. How did that go for you?
Well, we did pretty good. We wound up 5 tractors in 12 horse class. Got second, third, fifth, I think at least, out of it. Caden's over here shaking his head. What you got? He wound up got second place with his 25 V twin. We debuted one new motor, and it wasn't a very good show. So we've got a couple new motors we're trying to get dialed in. I was hoping to get them dialed in so we'd make a good show for you, Gail. We've been in here this evening already, working on them, making some adjustments on them, and see if we can figure what our little gremlins are and get them going.
There you go.
I recently reacquired one of my original tractors I'd sold, and we've got it running. It's a 12 horse hot stock, and with Mike, we put it in the hot stock 16 class, and wound up winning it. So surprised me that pretty good. So I had a good day. So, nothing major broke. Got a few glitches we got to always iron out. Seems like we've got 2 of them in here tonight. Transmission's out of both of them. One of them brakes were locking up. The other one was third gear. Couldn't get back in third gear. But so we've got that squared away and getting ready to put them back together.
All right. Hey, I'm going to have to step off. I got to switch my phones. My phone's dying on me.
Okay.
I'll still listen.
Okay. And he's been here already. He's got 4 tractors loaded for him, and that way I can get room to get pack volume blade tractor ready to get it in my trailer so we can bring it with us when we come. George and then got a cat. Say hi, George. George is my outdoor water cat. He comes in when it rains. Usually he's soggy. So, and I got the dogs in here tonight. They're having
there
fun.
You go.
Right. So, but
I'm just kind of kicked back, having a Jack Daniel's peach cold drink here.
Hey, make some of that for me now.
Hey, now hey, you know what? If this pull gets canceled, we might just have to park a few trailers in the yard and just, you know, eat some good food and have a few drinks. I mean, and throw some BS around, by golly.
Hey,
you know?
we got a set of lighted Worcester boards. We'll bring them along. We'll play Worcesters.
Well, there you go. I think we got some cornhole pads and games too, by golly.
Okay. Well, we'll just wind up having a little party. You know,
By golly,
they like to get together and have fun. So one way or the other, we're going to have some fun.
oh yeah, yeah. We don't want to skip nothing. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
well, I'm glad you had a good time down there at Bell. I did talk to Mike and Jennifer this morning, and everything. They had some questions about how many classes that I wanted to, maybe pursue over here at this pull. And my whole deal, guys, is this, and I let Jennifer and Mike know about it this morning. I like to see a minimum of 3. 5 would be better, and even more. But I'd like to see all the tractors we can get in a class, because that's where the payout is. The bigger the class, the better the payout. And so that's why I don't want to see anybody singled out pulling by themselves. You know what I mean, Chris? It's got to get them up in a class where they can compete. Rather we let them add 25 or 50 pounds, something of that nature. But we are working on some stuff there for sure.
Yes. We hate to turn anybody away, and like I said, try to build the classes and run the classes that everybody wants and will support.
That's right. I mean, I told Mike and Jennifer this morning I'm not canceling no class. If they come up with some strange ass oddball, we're going to find a place to put it. Rather, now granted, they may not like where we stick them, but
yeah.
The thing of it is they're, we're going to give them an edge as well to try to be competitive and so that everything works out, really well. That's for sure. And, but no, I just, I know that a lot of guys that I've been talking to, I know a lot of guys have got their equipment ready. Unfortunately, I'm probably one of the last ones to get any of my equipment ready, but it'll be what it'll be come pull day, if for sure. But no, I got. I will mention now. There is an old boy. There is an old boy up north of me up here, not very far, and he's talked about coming down to my pull. I met him on the phone here this last week, and I believe that, if I mention a name, I believe that there might be several people that might know of him and know what he does, but his name's Chris Windler, if I pronounced the last name right. He is turning out to be quite the go-to guy if you need transmission parts, if you need maybe engine parts, but he's seriously working on transmission parts and got stuff in stock, believe it or not. I did catch wind of that. So I believe that if anybody shows up, I guarantee, and I think Chris can back me up on this, that I've got one of the best tracks for breaking parts if it's going to break.
We're going to try. That's for sure. We build. Anybody knows when I've been around building tracks, I usually build some of the best horsepower tracks you'll ever run on.
Yep.
And so, yeah, because the last time I went on one of your tracks, Chris, I'm still rebuilding that tractor.
Hey, at least we helped you get it to the trailer and get you home.
Yeah, boy, I heard that. I was telling Gail that, Bubba will show you real quick what will break on that tractor.
Yeah.
And he did a mighty fine job in Illinois.
Yeah, he did. But he was still having fun, though.
Yeah. Oh, he's got it right behind me. He rebuilt that tractor, and yeah, he stepped up his game. He's running 26 Pro Cuts now, and
What?
yeah, he's going to be running a 214 John Deere.
Okay.
All right.
I said, if you break this motor or transmission, there's a lot of people will have some questions.
Yeah, there you go.
I've only seen maybe a handful of those John Deeres ever come in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, I don't know if I don't have this. I don't have the Stubborn Mule schedule here in front of me. I know there's. It was talked about this morning, guys, that if this pool does get rained out, it was talked about this morning about, if there was any possible chance of a rainout date. Unfortunately, in my world and what I've got going on, there is no date that we've got that we would be able to have a rainout date that would work. So if this deal don't work this coming weekend, I hate to say it, but we are just washed out until August, and that would be the sad thing to tell everybody. But I need everybody to just grab a beer and pray that the rain blows away. That's what we need. So
Yeah.
Now I have put it out there. I have put it out there that if this event does go off, like a big bang, like we hope it does, I've mentioned to everybody. I'll mention it again. That's what this podcast, I guess, is all about. Remind everybody that if you guys want to pitch a tent and stay on the track grounds, I don't have a bit of problem with it. You can do whatever whatever might work for you. So
no, I mean, it's going to be we're going to have a good time. I mean, I know that I've been to your place once. I know that, Chris met me in Illinois. I've met him a couple other times, but, really got to meet him in Illinois. But this podcast came out, after Illinois, after I got to talk to some guys over there, because that was a big pull for us, and got to meet a lot of guys up on the bigger levels, and like me and you were talking the other day, Gail, that I got one channel that keeps saying they're the original, which by God, hands down to them, they can be. They are, because just like anybody else, I look up to them to see how they're doing things, what they're doing, just so we can do it over on our side. But it's more of we started it as a kind of a Top Garden Tractors get us all together, and but we're reaching side to side. I'm hoping a lot of people show up to this event. It's the first event we're going to be able to get out to, because our start of the season wasn't good, and then I got injured, and now hopefully we can get out there next weekend and put on a good show, get it all out there on the different channels, and get it, really hyped up for August, so everybody can do one last vacation before they go back to school.
Sure. Well, I also mentioned some of that. I want to bring this up again. I haven't had any. if everybody understands what this 2-day shootout is all about. You've got your Friday night show. We'll have a Saturday night show with normal payout for first, second, third place. But Saturday night, Jen will be keeping track of distances that everybody's running. You're automatically all signed in for this shootout, by the way. There's nothing else you got to do except for just compete both nights if you're eligible, and you will come in for whoever can total the distance from Friday night and Saturday night. That distance will be put into a number, whatever number of place that it will be. Now, only first place is going to come in and take the kitty. So everybody needs to know, you're going to get 3 checks on Saturday night. You'll get your payout, and then you'll get the kitty, plus you'll have Friday night payout as well. All right. Chris, you understand that? Is that in pretty plain English?
Yeah, that's yes. You'll have payout Friday night. You draw your prize money from Friday night. Saturday night, you'll get your prize money, draw your prize money from that, and they'll take your distance from both nights and total that together. And who has the best distance per class, not overall, but your distance per class, will get the Sunflower Shootout prize.
Now, I do have
That's
a question,
correct.
And Chris ain't gonna be happy. But Chris, your Pac-Man does not qualify. It does not have the proper safety stuff. So that tractor, we can't be judging it.
Oh, man. Hey, can I get the mileage distance? I want the mileage award.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're done blown out of the water on the mileage award.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's catching you on that one.
I got a man that's going to blow you out of the saddle on the mileage award. Now, granted, if these guys all come down from up north out of Wisconsin, well, he might be in trouble. But yeah, we'll see.
I did have a question earlier. Sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I want the mileage award for the most miles put on a lawnmower in a day.
Ain't no shit. You put a lot of miles running down the track.
Yeah,
running up and down the track. There you go.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to touch you on that one.
No, it's amazing how many miles we're the big shows, the indoor shows we do that are the all day sessions. We're looking 40 miles a day on a show like that. It's unreal. And we've got a counter. We've got an odometer on the tractor, and it's calibrated. And it's amazing how many miles we can put on in a day's time.
Well, all right. So my question that I had earlier today, that me and you didn't talk about, Gail, not yet till now. So you can I'm putting you on the spot. So for the triple header, so you get Friday night, Saturday night, and if you do the distance, you get that third prize, correct? That's what we just talked about?
That is correct. Yep.
If my question earlier that was sent to me, if they run a 12 stock or a 16 stock and 25 stock, and they win both classes, do they get both checks, or do they only get one check? And somebody else wins the 25 check.
No, you'll get first, second, third place payout for your class. Okay?
Yep.
But then those distances, they have Friday night and Saturday night for that class, and that will determine who shootout winner will be for that class.
Well, and his deal is that if I run a 14 or a 16 stock and a 25 stock, and there's 3 competitors both nights in both classes, and I win both of them, do I get both checks,
Yes.
or do I just get one, and somebody else can have that other prize money?
Nope. It's like Chris. Chris has got multiple tractors that run in multiple classes, same as I do. And
Yep.
if you come in for placement on first, second, third place on all those tractors, shoot, you could walk away with 3 checks Saturday night. And then if you hit the bonus, you'll get the shootout. Now, is that
okay, Chris,
clear
stay
enough?
Home. Hold on, Chris, you just stay home so I can have a chance to at least get 4th place.
Hey, I only drive the one. You'll have to talk to Caden about staying home, but that's going to be hard to get him to stay home. He's
I know.
now, I'll tell you what. I build them. He drives them and tears them up. Then he has to help me fix them. Boy, does he.
I don't know if I can get my part in, but like Gail was talking earlier, Thompson up north of him, he's a pretty good old boy. I met him down in Lebanon when we was down there, and I know he's bringing us some parts so we can run our Cub. But if I can get the part that I just got today in by the time we get there, it may be a pretty good time.
Well,
I had somebody, some reason, had a lot of faith in me and donated me a 5-pluck drive shaft for my narrow frame.
there you go. Yep.
He said, it'll hold up. I said, I'll let Bubba drive it. I said, I'll tell you in about 5 minutes if it'll hold up.
Get your spring pressure on it right, and it'll hold it.
You know we call him the 3 Bs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know he's watching right now because he texted me a while ago. But, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we do. We call him the 3 Bs. Bend it, break it, or blow it. He'll tell you if that tractor has any issues.
Yeah.
Bend it, break it, or blow it. I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call him 3 Bs.
Yeah.
And like, it was funny because I tell a lot of people, there was a couple people, like when we got done with Illinois over there, I told them, I said, it's a good weekend. It's a big travel for us. Let's have a good time. We got over there and, we got back to the Yoder Toter that Friday night, which a lot of people, we sleep in the van. So, a lot of people's like, well, how'd you do? Bubba goes, I got the torque. I just don't have the tractor. Yeah. So, and I told him, I said, Bubba, I said, we're over here for 2 days. You think you could have broke that on Saturday night, not Friday? But it's all right. We had fun, and that was a nice 48 hours of pulling over there. That was pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a lot of fun over there. That was a good show. A lot of fun.
It was.
The facility people were awesome to work with. WW Productions, who we were there with, helping them too. It was just an amazing weekend. Good crowd, good people, nice facility.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if Gil gets that pool game up and gets a nice building like that, we won't have to worry about these rainouts.
Hey.
Oh, now listen here. You guys are going to have to choke up some money on that deal.
Yeah.
Gail is slowly trying to figure out what electricity is so he can put lights in the pit. We're not the building will be next year. Okay. Right now, let's just work on electricity and what lights are.
There you go.
You mean to tell me, Tony, you've not seen my pit lighting?
Apparently not.
You got to remember, I broke in. You got to remember, I broke last June. I wasn't able to make August.
Oh my God, Chris, you better school him.
I tell you what, now, yeah, he put up. Well, you put 4 poles up in that south fence line. Got lights all over the place. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, no, I've heard.
I've got better pit lighting than I got down the damn track. Now that's sad, ain't it?
That's the truth. That is
But
the
you know
truth.
what? Can't do anything about it. It is what it is. It is what it is, by golly. But I tell you what, it's not doggone bad at all, any which way you look at it. And I tell you, that pit lighting came from a puller that came to me and asked me. He said that it was a little dark, and he said it would be nice if there was better lighting in the pits for loading and unloading. And I that's been about one of the only suggestions that came to me, and hopefully I answered back to that pretty good. I don't think my wife liked it too. I don't think my wife liked it too well when I had to write the check for all the wire and the lights and all of that. But I sure love the heck out of all the light out there. It's nice.
It is
So,
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, hopefully Mother Nature lets up, and Chris will be there sometime Wednesday. I'll be there sometime Thursday, and we'll get some. Maybe we can do this tripod in your backyard. There we go. Next weekend.
Hey, we'll have a cocktail if we can't pull. We'll just have a cocktail. We'll just have to regroup here and drown our sorrows or something, because I know there's going to be a lot of upset people. There's nothing I can do about it. I mean, shoot, can't control Mother Nature. That's just out. There's nothing we can do about that.
That's where me and you talked that, we'll get together Thursday morning. I know I'm running, 10 different platforms or 10 different channels on 3 different platforms. So, plus everybody else that's, sharing and commenting and doing their own thing. So, I figured if you, God forbid, have to shoot it out on Thursday morning, by Thursday afternoon, a lot of people's going to know about it.
Well, keep this in mind, guys. I've got a load that I've got to go run on Wednesday, praying that I will get it unloaded Wednesday night down in southeast Oklahoma. And I'm going to know what's coming north back with me when I come out of Tulsa, coming back this way. And I will also know that I will not be home until probably close to noon, 11 o'clock or something like that. But I got to get unloaded Wednesday night. Keep that in mind. But the thing of it is, I won't be here to look at anything. I'll have to go off what my wife's telling me, what my nephew's telling me down the street. I'll have to just go off of several things here. But I'm going to, if you guys up in Wisconsin are watching this, I gotta look up your deal, because I gotta know if any of them guys are coming. I know when I talked to them last, he was all fired up and said he was going to throw a rope around the necks of the other 4, and him and 4 others was coming down from up out of northern Iowa and southern Wisconsin. Said they had some real nice mini rods. Well, I'd love to see them. I'd love to see them pull down here. But them guys, those guys are going to have to leave Thursday morning if they're going to be here, to pull Friday night. I don't think they're going to be able to leave Friday morning and make it down here, unless they leave doggone early. And then I think it'd be a little short on pit stops for them to make it down here. But there again, everybody travels different, so I don't know. I'm just reaching out. I just want to reach out to all my friends and anybody that knows who I am, and that knows that I am not going to cancel this until the very last minute that we've got to work with, or what we feel what we feel, and Chris and I are we're gonna have a pretty good handle on it. I'd like to think so.
We'll see what Mother Nature delivers, and I've saved a lot of tracks, and we'll see what we can do to save it if she deals us a bad card. But it's down now. It's like Dale's mowed it off, but it hasn't opened it. So a lot of that water's running off. It's shedding water. As long as it's sealed down, it's not going to get much worse. So we're just gonna have to get water for her to stop raining.
One thing about my track. Now, one night, Chris, I don't know if you was around, but my buddy Mike runs an excavating business, and anyway, and then Jared, the other buddy, they decided we was having a few cocktails and stuff, but anyway, they decided they were going to get their transit out.
Yeah.
Now they're telling me that there is a 3.5 foot drop in my pulling track from the beginning, 300 foot to the west. Now, I don't doubt that word any, because I was sitting down at the west end looking up at the beginning of the track the other night when I was mowing it off with my lawnmower. And doggone it, you know what? I almost believe them drunk boys was right. I really do believe that track has got a lot of drop to it. And with that being said, all the water is going west. It's going to drain off. But the west end of the track could be one soupy son of a gun by the time you get down there. But, but all I know is it is supposed to get into the 90s. Chris, we better hope for 30-mile-an-hour winds, which is, I've heard there's going to be some pretty good winds coming in later in the week. And if we get the wind, the track will dry off.
Yep.
And now, granted, in my way of thinking, we may not open that track up very deep. We may just leave her a couple inches deep, and because you're going to tear it up one way or another, and we're going to throw cigars. I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah.
Well, if anything, do what some guys do and run them bigger tractors in the beginning to get that track packed down. I've seen that.
Well, if I know Mike well enough, he'll probably run some 4-cylinders early on, and might even run a class of the V8s early on. And but
Mike said that was a good idea.
So, well, he always has, because there's 2 classes that run back. He'll run them early and then he'll bring them back later in the show. So, but they do a pretty good job of tearing a real nice track up. They will do that. So,
I know.
No doubt about that.
I don't know whose bright idea that was there in Illinois, but boy, that second day, I know I wasn't looking forward to it, because man, they tore that track up, and that son of a bitch was hooking like a son of a bitch on Friday.
Yes. Well, they wanted to break it up. It was getting hard packed, and after sitting all night, they need to break it up. It was like the little trucks. Although you were getting bite, it was still kind of had getting a glaze to it. So we wanted to break it up and get that glaze off of it, and maybe get everybody. But it fell apart. It just didn't go back together like it should have.
Now, where was this at, Chris?
Illinois, over at the Coin.
The Coin, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They took it down just a little too far.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, what else you got for us, Tony?
Don't look at me. It's your pool. It's your pool. I'm sitting here. I'm going to be shooting, up on the lives and on the different channels, and you're going to be hosting, and Chris is going to be doing his thing. Mike's going to be just Well, Mike's just going to be sitting there because we'll
You
just
say
drag
Mike's
him
going
to
to be
one end
Mike?
and he'll come back.
Mike, we
Yeah.
Mike. Just going back and
Yeah,
forth.
Yeah, Mike will be Mike. Yep.
Yeah,
Well-
I may never make a point. He just goes back and forth. Yeah.
He goes back and forth. I drive around in circles all night.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what,
And
guys.
Gail, that's the two people you want at your place is the guy that goes in circles and the one that just goes back and forth on things.
Well, I'll tell you what. As long as they don't get too damn dizzy on me, we're going to be good. That'll be one good thing. But
Yeah.
no, I just I know there's just not a lot a guy can, bring up or mention as far as putting on one of these big events like this. I mean, this is my 4th annual, and I feel like that, from the time we started this to this year, I have grown this deal. This deal's grown for me in such a manner that a lot of people would love to just pull here every weekend, and I wished I was capable to accommodate that. I really do. I know that I believe I'm the only track on the Kansas side. Gosh, I mean, if you go down, I heard West Mineral, Kansas. I heard that they canceled out yesterday. They had a 1:00 pull yesterday, and I heard that got canceled.
They did. They're hoping that the antiques are still pulling today, but I don't know. I don't know if they did or not. I haven't seen if they did or not because
Okay.
I mean, like Gail has a lot of faith in me to bring me out to his place. Chris knows me. Perry knows me. Me and Perry, if you've seen me since the beginning, this is kind of what me and Perry talked about is bringing the pools alive. But, I'm sitting here trying to join everybody together. So if something does happen, you guys can jump over on the podcast, website, channels, whatever, and see who's got going on where, and I try to shoot out the biggest events, the biggest payouts. And, I don't want to say that, the underdog is getting cut out of it, but hey, if the underdog wants to compete with the big dogs, you got to get off the porch. That's what Uncle always said. If you want to compete with the big dogs, get off the porch, go out there, and because like I tell Bubba, like I tell my other kids, the only person that will ever put you down is the guy that stayed home and is hiding behind the keyboard because he didn't show up. I said, I don't care if you go out there and blow it up, break it, bend it. That's where his name came from. And I said, I don't care what you do, just show up.
Right.
So,
Yes.
What about?
I am getting confirmation. Midwest did cancel all weekend, so no antiques and no garden down there in southern Kansas.
What about Tri-County, Tony? What did Tri-County end up canceling for the weekend as well?
Hold on.
I mean, I'm just mentioning it out there,
Well,
for people to know, I guess, or whatever. But I'm sure the ones that pull with Tri-County on the average, I'm sure that they already know whatever they did,
Well,
I guess.
I know Heartland pulled over the weekend.
They're down at Branson.
I know they pulled. No, Heartland's up in northeast Missouri, kind of Hannibal, that Hannibal area, kind of in
Okay.
that northeast. Mr. Guthrie was just on here a little bit ago, and he's one of them that helps out over there. He's really good, and I know there's some other guys jumping on right now. Because I think you hit a trigger there, Gail. You started mentioning their stuff, and boy, they're getting on here now.
Well,
You said Tri-County. Is that who you said?
yeah, over at Excelsior Spring.
And I will tell you, and I don't know if Chris has done it, Gail, I don't know if you've done it. If some reason you guys have any family members that can't get on to TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, I've got one buddy that doesn't do any kind of social medias. He just does the internet. We also have a web page, which is everything, all the pools all over the country that's checked in with us. We have all the pools going on, and so what? Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. Why is that?
if anybody's watching this podcast that, if you guys got any questions for Chris and I, just
Don't be throwing me under the bus.
just throw them right there at Tony. Just throw them right at him, and then he can bring them up, and we'll answer them. By golly, that's the way this works, isn't it?
Yep.
Absolutely. I'll answer my phone as much as I can. Tri-County canceled. Midwest canceled. It's been a raining time over here in Missouri. So I got Austin and Joe tagging in right now that Tri-County canceled. I tried to find it, and apparently Tri-County got sold to somebody, or Facebook page did, or something. I don't know what's going on there. Somebody's gonna have to shoot me a message on that so I can get more accurate readings on that. So either Austin or Joe send me a message, and so we can keep that up to date. But yeah, no, we'll shoot me a message. I'll get you Gail's info. I'll get you Perry's info, Chris's info. We'll get you somebody to any kind of rules, regulations, safety, stupid questions, like, whatever. Or if you just want to know where you fit because you want to be the guy down in Oklahoma that decided to see if he can strap a turbine to a lawnmower. And Gail, if you haven't seen that video, that is one hell of a tractor. And he does really good.
I'll tell you what, right now, I wish that man with that turbine would show up here, because I'll put him up against anything I got. And if he beats me, that's fine. But that's all right. I would love to see a turbine tractor up here. I had a chance.
He has one. He has it. I've seen it.
I had a chance. And it's been a couple years ago, but I had a chance at a turbine engine. But the problem was it didn't have the gear reduction box on it. And man, you got to have that gear reduction box to at least get her down to 8,000. So anyway, I never pursued that, but that was something that I thought would be pretty sweet, sticking a big old 8-inch snorkel right out the front end of the tractor. I figured that'd look pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we hit a nerve in somebody, I have got some questions coming in. So the first question is, stock 25 and under, are you splitting that class up? Now, Jeffrey, I don't know what you mean. Are you meaning the 25 and under stock versus 25 hot stock, or 25 open? You're going to have to give me a little lenience on that one. And then Austin is wanting to know if there is a 26-inch mini rod class.
Oh, 12-inch tire mini rods.
Okay, I believe. Let me try to help answer that one. Now,
which one?
If it's the Austin I'm thinking, I know he's got a 6-pack attack on a mini rod frame that runs nice. It runs really well. But I can't see him competing with the V8s.
No.
But he is on 26s, but also it's just a little inline 6 motor. Okay. And if I had to say so myself, I'd put him in with the 4 cylinders, just because
That's
of what it is.
I think that's what Perry's answering right now. Is Perry's on the comment section over on Facebook, and he just said, he's kind of asking questions. Jeffrey or Mr. George or Jeffrey George, he hasn't got back with me on what he's asking of the 25 and under class, because 25 and under, it is Austin Gale, the one you're thinking of. That is the Austin
What'll
you're thinking
split
of.
Okay, on the 25 class, what's going to split the hairs on that is the motor stock, or has it been modified in any direction? What's going to split the hairs right there is 7 miles an hour. If that tractor runs 7 and under, then he's okay. But if it runs over 7, then he will have to jump up to the modified or the hot stock 25 class. And hopefully that'll help answer his questions.
Okay,
he knows these motors better than I do.
So can I ask you this, for somebody, say for me, for instance, I or me and Chris, for instance, I just built a brand new 14 stock. Chris just built a brand new hot stock or whatever he's got. Will you have time to have, or what goes into, say 2 hours before the pull, we're going to have 30 minutes of show up, and you can, if you're going to pull second gear in this tractor for that 30 minutes, you can go out there and do it, so you can know where that class goes. Because I may pull a 25 stock, which I think is stock to me, but if I pull the wrong gearing or whatever, and it goes over that 7, and I know I'm all stock, because I did that last year in a couple of different clubs, that I'm pure stock, and everybody knows I'm stock because I don't have money to go anywhere else. But do you have that opportunity to do that?
I believe that would be up to Mike. What do you think, Chris, or not?
Well, it'd be kind of time permitting, you're wanting 2 hours. You want the stock done 2 more hours earlier, and we're trying to get it done. I mean, I'm in favor of it, yes, but can we have the track ready? Do we need that extra 2 hours to get the track ready?
Okay.
The other thing that I will
go to Walmart and buy a kite, whatever that means.
Well, I will mention that Mike and Jen and I talked about this morning, because I had heard that there would be a 14 horse. I don't know how many 14 horse tractors will show up. Okay, but as a rule, we have a 12 horse class and we have a 16 horse class. Now, what would make that 14 horse fair? Well, we've talked about 25 pounds. Same hitch height, just add another 25 pounds, and let him pull with the 16s. Now, that's what we talked about this morning. Now, I don't have a problem with that. Now, I do know. I'm not sure. Tony, I know you have some 23-inch tire tractors, correct?
We're bringing 2 of
some
them.
23-inch. Okay.
Now,
see.
Now, I will say,
to me,
I will say that some guys, oh shit, I just screwed up my phone. Hold on. I will say that some of us, I will say that some of us, me, I know Dakota's watching right now. He's just north of me. Some of us don't have the money to keep the old coolers running. You know, we've got, you know, one income families, whatever, but we can go afford that 14 stock. And there's a lot of clubs that are running the 14 stocks. You know, Chris seen it with the 14 on the Sears, the one we messed up. That's a pure stock 14. That's straight off the shelf Harbor Freight motor. And I bought it. When we left Lebanon. I left Lebanon with 2 blown motors, and I went straight to Harbor Freight and bought 14 and a 16. So I'm hoping that I doubt that motor can hang with the 16s. I really do.
Do you think there would be a minimum of 3 show up? If we had a minimum of 3, Tony, we would make a class for that. Don't you think, Chris? I mean,
well, I've got a question there. We're going to do a 14 horse, 4,200 RPM class. Is that kind of what you're headed towards?
yes.
But I don't know what that 4,200's. That's pure stock on Governor, because Chris, you helped me with that motor. I don't know if that motor will spin under 4,250.
It should.
Okay.
It's just a little bit over stock RPM. I don't know where it's set. Correct. We can. I'll bring my tack and we can check it for set. But
absolutely,
because we've got 5. I tell you what. We've got 5 tractors. Got a 10 and 4 12s that we will throw in any governed class. 10, 12, 14 horse to run. And we'll run them. So there's right there. There's 5 tractors we can put in that class. If you want to run a 14 horse class, I'll put my 10s and 12s against them.
But
all right.
Okay. All right, let's talk about fairness now. Tony's running. Tony only has 1 tractor, if I recall right, that's on 26s.
Yep. The
rest of them are on 23s.
Okay.
I'm only bringing 3. So I'm bringing if the 14 and the 16 stock, if I can separate my 2 tractors, like if I can hook first in 14 and then like last or mid class 16, I can switch my 26s and I can bring my 26 over to my 16 stock. Now I can't roll my 26s on my 16 stock.
Right, hit the fenders.
I don't know why, but I can't run them. It won't spin them.
Well, what it boils down to, guys, and I'm sure Chris and you guys got to understand that this is how I feel. I don't feel that a 23-inch tire is going to compete with a 26-inch tire. Now, I've never seen it. Okay, in my days of pulling, I have never seen a 23-inch tire compete with a 26-inch. Now, what is fair, or what I think, should be fair, I don't know how many guys would show up with 23s. But if we could put enough 23s together to make a 23-inch class, I think that'd be the ticket for you, Tony. I really do.
Because Chris is going to jump in there on this one like a lot of guys are going to jump in. Those transmissions are geared up for 26s. I'm not geared up for 26s. So for me to gear up to a 26, I got to run my low first gear. And all I'm going to do, and like me and you talked the other day, when when I run my 26s over on my 16, I'm just going to bring candy, and so I start throwing candy because it's going to be the slowest parade you ever seen.
Well, this is true, but you know what? I know there's a gentleman out there that I have beat, and his grandson congratulated me one night, and I just was tickled all pink because I did not go down that track very fast at all, but I had the bite and I kept consistent, and I beat him by 6 inches. Now, that is pulling and down to the nitty gritty, but I haven't beat that little guy since. He's had me ever since then, but it's a great deal. I love every minute of it, guys. I really do, and that's what brings home stories. You know, we break out the soda pop after the pull's over, and we can sit there and laugh about all we want because it's all in the record book for the evening, and it's great because that's what brings pullers together, I think. And so I think in my mind, you know, Tony, if we need to work or if we need to change a little something up somewhere to make things happy for everybody, you know, that's what I want to see happen. I don't want to see nobody go away home and upset or because he couldn't pull a tractor because we couldn't put it nowhere to pull him. And I don't want to see that happen. So therefore, I believe that until, you know, Jen gets the sign-up sheet, you know, if and everything, I don't know how to really, you know, give you all the answers you need on that. But doggone it, I know there's a way to work it out, I think.
Well, I know there's a guy. I know there's a guy right now that's shooting on that. I don't know if Jeffrey's going to show up. Hopefully he does, but he said he'll run his 23s up against anybody's 26s, but I don't know what class he's talking about. Because he said he won the state fair, and state fair, them boys don't mess around.
Yep.
That's the best of the best in the state.
Hey, I'll put the 23s. We run the 24, 12, 12s. We allow the 24s in the 23-inch class. We'll put them up against any regular lug, even cut lug tires, and we can hold our own. But when we go straight pro cut, we can't touch the pro cuts. If you go back to a regular bar lug, whether it's cut, you can do all the cutting you want to a bar lug, and we can hang with them. So 23s, 24s against a bar a cut bar tire they're pretty competitive. We run the 23s, 24s for years. Since I quit promoting, we had everybody else wants to run 26s, and everybody wants to have the pro cuts to win. Well, we've still got the 23s and the 24s. I mean, if we want to go that route, we'll tire up for 23s and we'll bring them.
Sounds like you're going to have a good old grudge match there, Gail.
Well, you tell me what you're
Well, it won't be, the grudge match won't be with me. I'm just sitting here trying to referee what you know could be a good pull off here, you know. I want to make the competition fair.
Well,
I'm just saying that if we put her down in Granny Low, we're bringing candy. I mean,
well, that'll be all right.
Tony,
we've been testing the 14, so we've been testing it out on the asphalt, getting the 26 sharpened. But you know, if anything, that tractor's set up to go back to 23s.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out.
All right, thought here, Chris.
Yeah.
If something like this were to happen, you would want everybody on bar tires. You would not want to see no pro pro tires come into this class in between this little competition here we're talking about?
Preferably, yes. No pro cuts.
Okay, then the word should go out that if anybody down in the lower classes, if they've got bar tires, they probably should bring them with them
Yes.
to where they could swap them out, preferably.
If you want to go with one, here's what I'm going to throw out there. If you want to go one step further, if you go with the 23 or the 24-inch tire limit, like I used to run, and that's the limit of the class, I'm looking out here at other clubs that I know are operating out there in eastern Kansas, western Missouri, that we might be able to pull a few more tractors in if we had a strictly 24-inch tire class.
Okay.
And 24 is not that far from 23. So, I mean,
what you're saying in the world, who makes a 24-inch tire, Chris? I've never heard of one.
It's a Carlisle AT 101s. They are 23 and an eighth tall.
Wow.
And a Carlisle 23 1050 is only 22 and a half inches tall. So that's how close they are, but the AT 101s are actually a wider footprint. But they're only just like 3/8 taller.
Wow. Do you think anybody out there has a set of those?
There's a lot of, well, it depends on which club we pull out of. Yes, there are a lot of them out there.
I'll be darned. Okay.
I've seen
them. There you have it.
I've seen those tires, but that's
there you have it, Tony.
That's a lot closer than the 26s versus 23s. So
you want to, I'm just throwing that out there. You can open it up a little bit, maybe get some more different tractors that might come and run that class alone, whether it's 10, 12, 14 horse.
Okay. I'm stuck.
You're gonna, Chris. I'm gonna tell you what. You just better hide your tractor because I'm gonna send Bubba after you because that boy spent all weekend redoing his tractor to fit those 26 Pro Cuts.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm just throwing ideas out there.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, we'll do that. But that'll bring a lot of people in, just to have that little, what are you saying, 14 to 16 grudge match, kind of, right there between it before it kind of starts jumping up.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be just a good bunch of grudge. Like I said, I'll get some 14s. Don't bother me any. We've done it.
I don't know what you boys are doing, but good Lord, the comments are going off like crazy right now.
Stand over here.
A lot of clubs out there, like Tri-County up there at Chelsea Springs, they run 23-inch tire class, like I did. And there's a lot of clubs out there that will still run them. But when you go to straight 26 Pro Cuts across the board on everything, there's a lot of you've taken a lot of people out of possibilities. I mean, we run with fixes before, but now we've pretty well got everything on Pro Cuts, and that's the only thing we can do to be competitive.
Gail, your phone's gonna blow up after all this because Mike is trying to answer as fast as he can.
It already is blowing up. My wife come out here and she's already got things all twisted up here, and Jeffrey George has stepped in there and he's got questions going on, and Michael Perry's trying to answer those, so
Danny's jumping in, Dennis is jumping in. Me and Chris hit a nerve somewhere, and you're just kind of the track owner of who knows what's going to show up at your place because. Yeah, we started talking 23s, 24s, 26s. Now a lot of guys want to know if I run 23, 24, is the 14 class going to be split? To where there's a 14 horse 23 tire and a 14 horse 26 tire. So,
well,
your pool may have just got a whole lot bigger and a whole lot, and the only thing me and Chris is, stuck in the middle on is when the hell is that soda pop going to show up? Because,
I think we just well break it out right. I think we just well break out the soda pop right now because, shoot, Larry Lowry, he's wanting to know about all these 25 classes, or Jeff George is, and anyway, I know there's going to be a stock 25 class, 7 mile an hour and down. Now, I know that will be the limit, is what I've been told.
Okay.
Now, from that class there, I believe we'll go to a 25 horse class that there is no mile per hour on, but it will still be a governed, I think, 4,200 RPM class. Now, the next class of the 25s, that'll be the hot stock class. Now, I believe I've covered the 3 classes that I'm aware of. If there's anything else, I believe the chiefs and the head honchos, and I don't know if I'm one of them, but I think we better figure this all out before the pool gets started, by golly, so we can answer anything and take care of any, so we get everybody where they belong. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, we need to go ahead and make a decision. Like I said, we need, we're going to add this 14 horse class and do different things. We need to load our tires up. We need to know if we need to load tires up and bring with us, because we'll be swapping tires.
Well, from what it sounds like to me, if those of you that want to swap tires, we just got to leave enough space in between classes to make that happen. Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, split them classes up right away, get a class between them.
Who? What size?
25 horse.
Okay, I got a question. What are we going to do with these Predator engines that are 25 horse? Are we going to run them at 4,250 RPM and pull with them? How's that? There's a lot of Predators coming out there, guys. What do you know about it, Chris?
Can I add into that one?
Go ahead, Tony.
What's that?
Right.
Go ahead.
I said I'm going to add into this conversation. One thing that, and I don't remember who the club was. You're going to have to refill me on that one, Chris. But they sent before the Illinois pool, they sat there and said, "Okay, we're gonna tack it. We're gonna do this and this, and then mark that engine."
Yes.
So if there's 3 of those tractors in that class, and I'm not speaking for Gail, I'm just throwing this out there. If there's 3 of those stock Predator motors that have been tacked by the officials, they can 618. Thank you, Perry.
Yeah.
They can have their own class because they've been tacked through. And I know there'll be enough people there, like Chris is saying, he's going to bring his tack. And I'm sure there's a couple other guys that'll be there that can run through things. I know Bubba's, we're bringing not as many tractors this time. So he's been reading up on the rules. He's wanting to help out. So, he can measure wheelie bars and hitches. But you just have to somebody has to bring a yellow marker or a marker, an unerasable marker, so nobody can touch stuff. Nobody can get tacked through, go back to their trailer, switch out the carburetor.
Yeah. What you're talking about is on the Predators. That is a sealed Predator motor. Now, I'm not sure on how they actually test it and seal it, how it's sealed, but Yeah, there's a lot of that's becoming an up and growing class.
Yeah.
Yes, if they would be, if there was 3 to 5, at least 3 of them show up, I wouldn't see them having any problem splitting them out and letting them have a sealed predator class. Because it's what we can help build the pool, help it work.
Well, I know that there's a lot of predators on the up and coming out there because I've been hearing about them. I believe Tony's got some single cylinder predators, but I'm sure that what I'm hearing from I think Jeff George might have a V twin predator, is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
he's got one. He's commenting right now. He's got a stock predator. Now, Gail, do you know why everybody's going to predators?
Well, I'm hearing and getting mixed thoughts or whatever from different ones. Even though they're rated at a particular a particular horsepower, I'm understanding that possibly there might be something with the actual cubic inch. I'm not sure.
Well,
I haven't went to school on it.
I don't know about that one, but the reason we switched over to Predator after Lebanon is because, and I'm going to throw Harbor Freight, so I'm hoping they're not watching this right now. You can buy these Predators for their shelf price, and so much extra, you can buy a warranty. And so it's got a year warranty on it. So at the end of the first year, so end of this season, I can go pay my $50 warranty and I can get a brand new motor. To where Mr. Chris has his Kohler 14, 16, whatever, I'm getting a brand new motor every single year. That's what we're doing. And that's what a lot of these guys are doing. With these Seal Predators, they're marking the date for these 25 Predators, because I've talked to a lot of them over there, but they're marking when that year is. So when that year is almost done, they're paying the warranty, getting a brand new motor, repaying the insurance on it. So next year they can get another new motor.
Okay.
Wow. That's mouthful right there, by golly. I don't know what with all the used motors, but somebody's getting a heck of a bargain down the pallet down the road.
It's easy. You just got to go in 2 days later. You can buy your old motor back because they put it on the shelf for discount.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my! Wow. Well, that's interesting. Well, I've started with Kohlers, and I'll probably end with Kohlers myself. But that's I guess that's my feeling on it. But anyway, well, guys, what else we got? Any other comments?
Case? I don't know who manufactured that. I have nothing. We answered mostly everything. So
anybody else jump on there and throw anything at us?
No, Jeffrey's excited about the Seal Predator because that's what he's got. Perry said he's good with that idea. One thing that I know that I talked to one person on here at another pool is to figure out what the stock Predators run at, because I think they're over the 4250 RPM. I don't remember what they're on, but no, they're like
I can't believe they run over 3800.
No, they're
4250 from the Jeff George says 4250 from the factory.
But that's a 20
on those Predators.
That's 25.
That's on a V twin. Yeah. I don't know about the singles, but that's what. Yeah.
You're going to be at that. You said maybe 4,300.
Yeah.
Jeff George said 4250 on the Predators.
Yeah, but he's running 25. Is the 14s and 16s same RPM? Should be.
Well, I would think.
I have no idea on that, guys.
Austin has a question, and I don't know if Perry's going to jump before you can answer it, Gail. But he wants to know, Austin wants to know if it would be fair. Does Galen believe it would be fair to throw me in with the 4-cylinders?
And I said yes, I believe so. Are you guys opposed against it?
A little tire mini rod. I think
look at me.
Place to put him.
Well, I know he's on 26s, and I know he can't run with the V8. So, you know, I would think nowhere. Running with the 4-cylinders, and he'll be very happy, I'm sure. And I don't think the 4-cylinder guys I don't think they got anything to worry about on him. But you know,
put him in there.
For one, there's a difference. The only difference that I can see, the 4-bangers can run 8,000, and Austin 6-banger, it might run 4 to maybe 5,000, maybe. I don't know for sure, but anyway, I think it'd be fair for Austin to run with the 4-cylinders though, and that's where I'm going to stick him when he shows up if this thing happens.
That's kind of what Perry just said, is that he didn't think so, and that. Yeah, 5,500 is what the RPM is. Who the hell is?
Now I don't know about. Okay, what is the weight?
George wants to know.
It is. Yeah, Austin said 5,500 on the RPM. Jeff wanted to know if it was an inline 6. I said yeah. So, no, I think that it'll all be good. But there again, I think everybody watching and everything, I think we just need to hold off here and wait until Thursday morning. I got it. I know that Thursday morning, Tony, we gotta see where the final line is going to be. I know that for a fact.
So you guys heard it from Gail. What are you thinking? Thursday by noon, jump up here and make the call of what we'll do.
Okay, so my wife, she'll be out there.
Gail, you might want to see that one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
You can read Doug's comment.
Yeah, I am. I don't know how to answer that one, Doug. I don't know. The question is normally everybody goes up a class, and that is true. The answer on Jeffrey George's, I don't know if it could have or not. It's an RPM. It's going to be an RPM thing, as far as torque and everything. I know. Doug just made a comment of he's never heard of a tractor going down a class. Well, normally you have to step up a class. I mean, I know that's been a rule or a say of some sort. But if you go up a class into the V8s, he would be so far outclassed because of the 31s or the 34s that they'll be running in the V8s. There's no V8s running 26s anymore that I'm aware of. Haven't seen any around now.
I haven't seen one.
Their name eludes me right now, but there's a family over at Garden City that still runs 26 1212s on V8 mini rods. And
oh yeah,
I'm drawing a blank. They come to the fair every year. I think there's 5 or 6 in the family, and they've been coming to the fair like that as long as I've been helping. I've been up there since the early '90s with the pulls there. and they're a good family, and they do run the V8 with little tires on it.
Yeah, Gail,
Well,
you might
Austin's
want to
going to
grab
be
Sydney's phone and start reading some of these comments because I know Austin
already.
and Jeffrey are both jumping in.
Yeah, already saw it. Already saw it. I believe that Austin wants to run down the track. So therefore, if that's okay with Doug and the other guys that have the 4 cylinders, I say let them kind of work it out together. And let's see, we got another one stepping in there.
Chase is stepping in right now.
Yeah,
and that's kind of that deal to where Chris is going to agree, and you've seen it too, Gail. That if you're going to run that 6-banger into the 4-bang class, don't feather that throttle. Give it all she's got. And if you just absolutely stomp that 4-banger class by 100, 200 foot, then yeah, you can step up a class. But if you're competitive right there in the 4-cylinder,
Well, I think we'll. I think the day Friday, if this thing happens, I think we'll let the guys talk about it. We ain't going to throw no fist at one another, but we'll, if Austin wants to just run and have a good time and not worried about who he runs against, that can be all decided the day of the pull, and I think that would be a fair recommendation.
Yeah.
Chris, any comments on that?
No, I think we're on the right line. Let him run. He's going to be handicapped. He runs a big against the big tire mini rods, but yet he's got little tires. So even in the little 4-cylinder class, I want to put him in there and see how he shakes out. We got, I'm up to try something.
Well, and I think we'll get with the guys, and we'll get with Doug and Mike Benning if he brings his 4-banger up, and I think Mike Benning also has a V8 with 26s. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but let's see what we get.
I was going to say, the comments are going now, Gail. You've done hit another trigger. Well, Chris did. We'll blame Chris.
Okay, I'm good about that.
Okay, so we got a question.
Go back and forth. He's just going circles on things.
We got a question. What's the weight of the 4-cylinder class, guys? Austin says he doesn't think he can get that 6-banger because it's a cast iron block. I don't think he thinks he can get her down to weight. So,
yeah.
Huh? No, it's not. It's not a big tire. It's 26s.
I don't know who Jeffrey is, but Jeffrey's wanting to come on. There's a lot of people wanting to jump to this thing, Gail.
Well, I think at the end of the day, I think what it boils down to, Austin's wanting to have fun and pull her down the track. I think it would be like Chris is, saying there. It'll be a good test. Michael Perry says basically 1359 to 1450 is the weight class of the 4-cylinders. So Austin will have to do some pre-calibrations there and see where he goes with that 6-banger. But I'm like Chris. I think it'd be a good show. I think it'll be oh, no way you can drop 200 pounds. Oh man, this is wow. I think Austin's in trouble. He can't drop 200 pounds to get into the 4-cylinder class. So that could get interesting, huh, Chris?
Yes. Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Well, he says Austin says it's been sitting in the barn for 10 years and he's not worried about winning. And he just wants to pull and have fun.
Well, if he wants
Well,
to
let's
do
go up. Let's put butts in the seats and let's have a good time.
Yeah, he's going to bring her. He says he's going to bring her. By golly. Well, guys, we just gotta pray that this rain will hold out and we'll see where this goes. But I just want to throw this out, and I think Chris will agree with me. I'm an easy guy to get along with. I want to see everybody be competitive. I want to see everybody have a good time, and I think we've got a heck of a scenario going on here, to where what Tony's doing and everything, what we got going on now. Austin says 100% not worried either way, he says. So sounds good on Austin's end anyway. But let's I know we're coming on the 2-hour deal here, Tony's. What I think we need to get into some last comments for tonight, but anyway,
you want to do the last comments now, but not when you hit a trigger with everybody else.
we've done answered all those. We've done hit all them trigger comments there. We got that covered. Shoot, we're all good.
Oh,
shoot.
absolutely.
We'll break out another cocktail if we have to. Yeah.
Oh no, I've already switched out.
Oh, you switched out already. Well, okay.
I've already got the shine going.
See, I done.
Where'd you go, Gail? There you are.
Now, my wife had to just mess with my deal, but see these here, right? You see that right there, by golly? Now, that is the top class dog, right? That is the top class dog of Cherry Shaker's cold drinks out here. We like them doggone peach cocktails. They're tasty, by golly. But yeah.
Oh, Austin said no trigger, just clarification. Which absolutely, that's all we're trying to do, is clarify everything. We're 1 week out of the Lutz Farm Sunflower Shootout. We're trying to get last minute questions answered. We know a lot of guys are traveling in, and we're trying to get all those questions answered. Of do I want to spend 5-6 hours in the car to come down to Lutz? Absolutely, because from what you've just heard from the last 2 hours, we will find you a class. If there's not a class, we'll find you something.
Oh, we're gonna. We have to throw you. We may have to throw your tractor back in the back of the back somewhere, but if this thing comes off like a big bang here, we're going to find a hole to put you in. There is no doubt, and like I said, I think that people out there that know me, that I think we'll all get along. We'll get along just fine. We'll make this right, and that's the way I see it. But anyway.
So what's your final?
One last comment. We're into. My final closing moment is this: have your trailers packed, be prepared, but don't be let down if I make a final call on Thursday morning and that there's just no way this is going to happen. I don't, if it goes down like that, I'm going to ask for everybody, because I'm going to ask for everybody to be here in August. Try to move your schedule around, whatever it takes, maybe, because I would sure love to see everybody here in August if we can't put this on. The sponsors have been pretty decent to me this year. I've got things lined out as far as everybody's concerned, and I think that I just don't know why we just couldn't have a really good time if it can happen. So that's one of my final comments. Chris, you got anything?
No, it's, like I said, hope the weather holds and come and enjoy it. Gail, I like and you too, Tony. I appreciate all you do. Like I've always said, somebody's got to take the lead and start leading, and then the troops will fall in. And Gail, you put something awesome together.
Well, I got.
We're
Hey,
tickled.
go back to that comment. I want to read that. So I got one more comment. Doug Wall says if the weather holds out, it's one of the best pulls of the year. Great location and good track. Well, that's coming from a fellow puller that everybody, I'm sure, knows in the countryside. Doug's been pulling for many, many years, and he's got some of the best equipment out there, competing. And I love him to death. He's a good competition. So my deal is I just rather like Tony's got his stock tractors. We all have some fairly. I mean, I'm kind of moving up from the stock, but Chris has still got stock stuff. Don't be afraid to bring them stock tractors if that's what you got, because you're not going to find a finer sled to have that stock tractor to and pull down a track like I've got. You will not find anything better in my book.
A better combination.
Dennis says cover the track. I think I need $1,000 to cover the track, boys.
Dennis, that's a big track. Yeah, I was going to say, because me and Gail and Chris talked about that earlier, is we can cover the track, but Gail still wants his field to look pretty good. And there's not enough room in the driveway for all of us to park. So, Yeah,
we'd be in trouble there. But, well, like I said, guys, there's a lot riding on the line. And I pray every night when I go to bed and every morning when I look at radar and go, okay, you guys split. Leave me alone up here. I want to make this happen. So, but anyway, that's what my last comments are. I hope it's all good, and I hope Thursday, Chris and I'll be in touch earlier, probably over the next 3 days. Well, Chris and I'll be talking, I'm sure, but and Tony will be in touch as well. So other than that, that's about all I got for this evening.
Just remember, you're gonna have good vendors. There's going to be fireworks at the end, because Lord knows we have the rain to put the fireworks out. Audience is always free. And like I've mentioned, on my other side of things and whatnot, if you do just show up to see us pull, be more than welcome. Any of us will, sit down, talk to you, figure out what's going to take to get into this sport. It's a really cheap sport to get into with the kids, with the adults, with the parents and kids, whatever the case. And any of us will help you out and talk to you. A lot of us have been out here long enough. We can point you in the right direction. And when we pull up to Gail's place, a lot of us will be there to help you out any which way or shape or form that we can. So
I got one more comment here. I got a man that lives out in Collier, Kansas, about 260 miles west of here, and he posts one of the best pulls around, a lot of competition, no ducks here. Gail and Cindy do a great job, and that's coming from a fellow competitor out west in western Kansas. So I just, like I said, we're going to stay on top of this, and Cindy and I are going to light the phones up and whatever we got to do to get the word out. So just everybody needs to stay posted. It's all we can do for right now.
Yeah.
Yep. So I do want to appreciate Tony for all his hard work, for what he's put into getting this podcast stuff working out. I think it's a little rough when we get them all together in the beginning, but it's turned out very, very well this evening. And I and I also want to thank everybody that has stood behind me as a fellow puller, a fellow sponsor, of what we do here. And I just want to say that I just need everybody to pray for no rain from this point forward. It's going to be rough. So anyway, I think that's good enough for me for this evening, guys.
That's enough for me. Chris, you got anything?
Nope, we're good.
All right. Well, I
And
guess
Chris,
until Thursday,
yeah,
we'll check
and
back
Chris,
in. We'll see what happens.
I'm glad Chris jumped in there this evening. I'm glad to see him on there with us. Yep.
I've been trying
No,
to
I
live you,
think-
Chris, up here.
Tony been after me for the last couple of weeks, but I tell you what, we've been so swamped down here trying to fight between rains. We've been planting corn and beans and cutting hay, and we've been busy.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the word I got, nobody up in this country of mine's cutting any hay because they don't want it. It ain't cure it. It's not going to cure. So yeah, it's just going to sit there and mold on the ground. But but no, hats off to everybody. Everybody that that wants to try to do us good over here. So I can't get I'm trying to get the word out there best I can, and that's where I'm at. So
Yeah.
yep.
Absolutely. We'll have the cameras charged come this weekend, and we'll see what happens. A lot of different angles will be shot. I know we're going to shoot a live coverage, both nights, but after both nights are done, we'll be doing a collage for each class, doing some interviews, doing some pit access, talking to people, and not only the lives, but the videos come afterwards. You'll be seeing a lot of action behind the scenes. So maybe I can get Chris to hold still long enough
that's
to take
cool.
the phone up and down the track. So,
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's great, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to be rude, but I got a wonderful spaghetti dinner waiting on me, and I'd like to go get to it, Tony.
it's up to you, boss.
Now, I'm thinking I'm going to go get on this here spaghetti dinner is what I'm thinking. So,
Chris, we'll all get together on Thursday and figure out what happens next.
okay, yeah, we're playing a waiting game right now.
Yep.
Like I said, Gail and I, we plan to talk. He's going to, we're touching base several times this week, and we'll just see what Mother Nature throws at us.
That'll work. All right. Well,
that's all we can do.
May have to have everybody
I'll
bring
see y'all.
time with them and
I'll
so
see everybody this weekend.
on. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I guess I'm going to sign off there, Tony. You got any last
All
word
right.
before we shut down?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Well, good night, guys.
See y'all
Good
this
talking
weekend.
with all of you.
Bye.
All right. Get them all shined up. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.